Hello everyone, Allie here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. Thank you for joining me here on another episode of Allie's Treasure Trove. Now I know today being Thursday, you all are expecting another new Allie Plays episode. Well, Allie Plays episode 5 is coming later on in the day. This video was something I'd hoped to get in as a Wednesday bonus. Fortunately, did not have enough time to get that recorded, so I figured I'd throw this on up at our regularly scheduled upload time and just give you guys an Allie Plays later on today as well, maybe sometime between 3 and 3:30 p.m. But anyways, what I have here is I have the art I will be sending in to the Star Wars Autograph Universe send-in signing for Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen, as well as one of 3 of my arts for the David Oyelowo send-in as Agent Callus. Now, you guys remember that video I did a little while ago? Link that up there. The piece by Matthew Hirons that I'll be sending in as well. That deadline was actually pushed back to the end of May, so I still have yet to make my decision on what pen colors and also placement that I was asking you guys about in that video. So that's why you're seeing this one here. It's not late, don't worry. It's just they pushed back that deadline till about the end of May. So I'm also scheming, trying to think if there's anything else I want to add to my order there. But this is a package here from Carlos Caballero. So I'll be going over everything here. I'll put Carlos' Instagram link in the description, as well as the guide I'm using on the actual Star Wars Autograph Universe website. It is titled, Getting Your Items Ready for a SWAU Send-In. So if you guys are also doing a send-in, I'll link that down below. And we're just going to walk through it. I'm going to just kind of show off the stuff I have here and just make sure I go through the list and everything is labeled appropriately. So let's go ahead and switch windows. Alright, so now you guys can see the art full screen. There is some amazing stuff in here. Now, I did show them off in my Instagram stories. I did pin the one Anakin and Padme piece. If you guys missed that one, the Callus I did share. I don't really know how the stories work too much, so I don't think I pinned that one, but I did have it as a story. But of course, you guys are going to be seeing it here. And of course, those images are already available on Carlos's page as well. So the Anakin and Padme one is 11 by 14. So that is the one that's on top here. And then also the Callus, I think, is 9 by 12 or something like that. I'm not too familiar with, I'm not good at eyeballing dimensions, and I don't quite remember what it was. So let me just go ahead and take these out. I'm going to be leaving the protective covers that Carlos has on, and then be doing the sticky notes underneath on the actual piece. Because you do need to label, you know, what color you want it signed with, as well as which actor or actress, and where you want them to sign. So we're going to, first, like I said, look at them, and then we'll deal with that after the fact. So let me just set, I like how you guys can see through, but not quite 100% what these look like just quite yet. So here is my Anakin and Padme piece. I actually, for now, I'm going to be zooming in a bit. It is a bit dark right now, just because I think the white is trying to drown out the lighting here, so it's trying to adjust. But here is my wedding scene. Yep, it brightened up as soon as I lifted and we saw more color. But this is absolutely amazing. Of course, hand-drawn, one-of-a-kind art here by Carlos. Zoom in some more. Of course, the wedding scene from the end of Attack of the Clones, my favorite Star Wars movie. Feel free to roast me in the comments down below. But this is what I'm having sent in. I believe the send-in address for this signing is in Texas. The other one is in Florida for the David Oyelowo. So I'm not going to get the Callus prep just quite yet, because there's no point sending it in this package, because it wouldn't even be going to the right place. But we're just going to go over it, because I'm just worried I'm going to miss something. So I feel like if I do it as kind of like a tutorial video, following the instructions here, for sure I will not mess anything up. But this is a guide written by, let me scroll to the bottom, perhaps there's a name. I think it's by Joel, but I'm not certain. It's just posted. SWAU Knowledge is the tag here. But it says this is a compilation of the sending guides written by both Broderick Martin and myself. So Mr. Crazy Porgman and Mystery Person number 2. Like I said, I think it's Joel. But this is for if you've never participated in a send-in signing and are curious to how to better prepare your items. Here's some tips. So what you're going to need are Post-it note brand sticky notes. I did go to Target and I just picked up a little pack here, a 3-pack. You guys will see the color that I chose to use the actual stickies. I chose my blue ones. I wanted it with the lines just so that way I could actually appropriately space out all the information without making it clump together. Just because I can't write centered, I can't write straight when there's no lines on my sheet of paper. It's just all over the place mess. And also, specifically the non-super sticky version, especially if they're neon. So these are very bright colors, but these were the regular sticky notes. I was looking for that in particular to not get these super sticky. Now, I actually did have sticky notes at home, but I wasn't sure what kind they were, so I went ahead and bought new ones. This pack of 3 And I think it was like the Cape Town colors or whatever. This pack of 3 was like $2.89. Like, not a big deal. Also, bold pen to write with. I'm just labeling the sticky notes with a black Sharpie, blue or low-tack painter's tape, because you will be taping your return address, the order information, and also your email to the back of the item. I won't be doing that on camera because obviously I'm not trying to expose my address. And also, if you have a top loader or a shipping tube, like if you're rolling up a poster, you're going to put that on the back of that as well. So the actual back of the item. And then, of course, when they take it out for signing, you know, if you have it in a top loader, you have it in a tube, they're going to need to take it out to give it to the person. So to make sure they're putting the stuff back into the right item, you do want to have both of them labeled. So that's what you're going to need the tape for, to tape that to the actual top loader or whatever. Because, I mean, with the item, if they see it fall off, you could just put it back on. But, I mean, if it's like you got 10,000 top loaders, you don't want these sticky notes falling out all over the place. At least that's my assumption for why you need to do that with the painter's tape. Painter's tape won't ruin the top load or anything like that either, so that's why that's recommended. Because do not use other types of tape, as they will damage the item or leave residue. That's not what you want. You don't want to use masking tape. It is not a good substitute for painter's tape. That's not how that works. Masking tape is good for things, but it does leave sticky behind and could, if you're putting it on paper, peel off pieces of paper. Also going to want a shipping scale, shipping materials, return address stamp, and half-page shipping labels, because you do have to send it in, obviously, so you need the supplies to be able to mail it off. I mean, it's a pain, but you could wait in line at the post office, but if you buy your shipping online, it tends to be cheaper if you purchase it ahead of time. So write and apply your autograph label appropriately according to these guidelines. Keep it simple, SWAU. So you need the signer's name, any quote or character name. Of course, if you paid for it, they do check. You can't sneak anything on there. The pen color choice, and arrows pointing to the desired autograph area. So, there are some examples on the page that they all do show pointing downwards, but I'm actually going to, I don't want, just in case, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time I'm ever doing something like that. So with this piece here, like I said, I'm actually going to be sticking them on this actual piece here, on the piece, underneath the flop thing. So I'll put, you know, of course, peel up, put another sticky note probably. I don't want to actually stick it on the artwork from Carlos. Like, I'm certain it'll be fine. I'm using the right sticky notes, but just in case, I do want to put them like kind of to the side. So I'm going to draw my arrows facing, for Hayden, I'm going to draw them facing that way, and of course for Natalie, I'm going to point facing that way because I want Hayden to sign over here, and I want Natalie to sign over here. So I already started on the sticky notes. I wasn't 100% certain until we started the video, where I wanted to do the arrows. So I do, of course, have, following the guide, signer's name. Did not pay for a quote and character name. I was thinking about it, but when the prices came out, it was a bit out of my budget. So I figured I would forego those and, you know, I can get other stuff instead. You know, perhaps I know there's some rumors that Topps is trying to get Natalie to sign Star Wars cards. I mean, I don't think that happened, but apparently it was a thing that they did. It was a rumor, so I was like, maybe. Definitely want to save up. I know I have some friends that did buy multiple Natalie Portman autographs, and I'm jealous, but I just went with the one. It would have been for the quote, I think it would have been an extra like $900 or so for the quote. That's just her quote. That's not even his quote. So I was like, I'll skimp on those. So you do need the actor or actress name, signer's name. If it's just a single sign item, you don't need to put the name, obviously, and they know who it is. Quote or character name, like I said, if you paid for it, don't try and sneak anything. They will check. Pen color choice. Now, Carlos did complete both these I was going to say pictures. And then I mixed it up with pictures, pieces, something in there happened. I don't know what. It came out with like fishes, but with a P. Pieces. Anyway, he coated them in varnish. So I was asking in the Facebook group, because there's like a FAQ for, and also a post you can do for pen color and pen suggestions. I did order these online. Carlos did say that when he does MLB Sketchograph, so I'm assuming for like things like museum collection and whatnot, that the signers, the players do use the Stabilo O pen permanent fine tip black to sign, and that always works well. So that's not something they have, so I went ahead and I ordered them online, and I'll be including them with the package, which is something you can do as well if you're not certain they're going to have like your metallic paint pen color, because there's a ton of different colors. But if there's a specific color you want, I know you can send in pens with your package to use. So I wrote that here, black stabilo provided, to make sure they check which pen, so that way there's not any kind of smudging. This is something that Carlos has experience with, knows works with the varnish finish, so I didn't want to risk just saying black and then they use something like this and it looks weird. Like, I'm actually a little stressed out. Even just holding this a little too close, I'm like, ugh. And then the arrows pointing to the desired autograph area. So I'm starting with the Hayden one. So I'm going to write autograph. With the arrows facing towards the right direction. And I kind of want it a little under. So like right there, I think right there would be good for Hayden, right under, of course, his body in the image. And then for the Natalie Portman, it's the same thing. Of course, her name, the pen, which I said is provided, and I need to add the arrows pointing to desired autograph area. So again, I'm going to put autograph with the 3 arrows, and I'm choosing to do 3 because each of the reference images has 3. So I don't think it's necessarily required, but you know what? Better safe than sorry. May as well just put it. Wow, an extra 2 seconds of my life to add an extra 2 arrows. So again, try and get that lined up. Actually, I think I want to lower the Christensen sticky note a little bit, just because Carlos did have his signature underneath the art piece. So I want to not have them be lopsided. I want them to be assigned the approximate area. I do have, it's what I use for mail. I stole it from my mom. It is a little, alright, so let's get that flat sticky note. Alright, hold that there. That, yeah, I should have expected that. It was hanging off the table. Of course, it's going to slide down. Alright, so approximate straight across based on how it's lined up with the sticky note. I should be placing the note right about here. Alright, let me hold it up to me as well. I'm going to take it off screen a little bit. Looks good to my eyes too, so we're going to stick with that. Alright, so that looks good to me. Let me scroll down, see if there's anything else I need here. And then apply your return info label to the back of your item and top loader or poster tube if used. So with either pre-printed labels or the post-it notes with the painter's tape, your name, address, email address, order number. So I will. I do have those pre-made already. I'm not going to show those, but those I have to go for here. So I actually did go down the street to Emerald City. I guess I'll throw their website in the description down below as well to pick up a top loader that will fit this. I am going to be using, I think, that sleeve. The big sleeve that it came in because they didn't have single sleeves, or I'll track down a sleeve in the next couple days to put this in. And actually, while I was there, while I was at Emerald City looking for plastics this morning, I also committed highway robbery because they had this in the case, and I'm like, this is stupid. If you want to know why this is stupid, go look on eBay. But we do have my first ever Lord of the Rings trading card. Fellowship of the Ring autograph. It's an old Topps product from 2001. Of course, Kate Blanchett auto here as Galadriel. Also Hela and Thor. And also has from Indiana Jones on there too, Lord of the Rings. They didn't put the Thor sticker, but they have those other two. So, there's my flex of the week. Allie flex of the week. As if I didn't need to flex more, right? And then there's other information, like if you're having a signed book, a signed card. You know, and things to remember before sending your item. Read the rules. Of course, adhere to the deadlines. Label your item appropriately. Not all kinds of items may be taken. Of course, make sure your stuff is appropriate. The imagery is appropriate if you're sending in a poster. Not all pen colors will be available or guaranteed. If you have an item signed in a unique color, requires a certain pen, ask ahead of time if it will be available. And if not, you can send the pen with it. So like I said, did need to go track down those black Stabilo O pens. I ordered it from some little mom and pop shop up in Portland. I couldn't find it anywhere else with like a website that was like functional. So hopefully that gets here soon. I did pay extra for priority shipping. Not all personalizations inscriptions are guaranteed unless noted otherwise. Again, don't put anything weird. Don't put anything weird. Do not go cheap on shipping. Of course, you know, it's got to get there in one piece. So you want to make sure it's packed well. And also that you don't choose like the slowest thing ever, because sometimes stuff happens. You want to make sure it's going to be getting there quickly. Before the sending in the item, reread the terms of service. You cannot print your own photos. I know some people were asking that with the Natalie Portman, like based on the images they had. They're like, can I just make my own? No, that is actually copyright infringement. You can't just print pictures like that. And then the return shipping is handled at checkout, will be handled by SWAU. So there is, you'll notice, a shipping charge when you place your order. That is to cover the return shipping. And you will receive a shipping notification once the item has been shipped. So you will be notified once they do make an announcement when the signings are completed. And then once your individual item is on the way back, they will go ahead and message you. But I am very excited for the send-in. I'm a little bit nervous, of course, with things through the mail. I've been having not the greatest luck with packages. I mean, they've been arriving damaged. Thankfully, all my items are okay. Like, actually, if I'll go ahead and throw a picture on screen. This package from Carlos, and Carlos lives like maybe 2.5, 3 hours north, depending on traffic from where I live. There was a giant hole in the box. Everything arrived safely, but I was very worried about that. So and that's the thing that I'm most worried about. I'm not worried about necessarily like how it looks. I'm sure it's gonna be taken care of very well. Not worried about like any kind of incidents when it's delivered. I'm just worried about it actually getting there in one piece. So we'll see how that goes. God forbid anything does happen on the way, they will notify you if something happens. Like, hey, do you want to send something else? It didn't arrive in one piece. I noticed some people were saying that with some Mandalorian action figures. Someone I saw a picture, their Black Series figure arrived mangled, so they reached out to him, asked if they wanted to send something else. So that is very cool. And they do also let you know when it has been checked and it arrived. Like, of course, you want to make sure, check your tracking, make sure it's delivered. But once, you know, as long as it arrives by the deadline, to my knowledge, seems like that's okay. And then once it's processed in the system, they send you a message to let you know, hey, your stuff arrived fine, we got it ready to go, and we'll contact you when everything's done. So that's very exciting. So I did show this off here, and I know I did say I wanted to show off the callus. I meant to show it off earlier, but then I just got sidetracked by going through everything. Like I said, wanted to do it, wanted to hold myself accountable, go through the list, make sure I didn't miss anything. But here is my Agent Callus for the David Oyelowo signing. Like I said, that one I think is in Florida. I don't know if it's in Florida, but the place that you are sending the stuff to is in Florida. I don't know. I don't know if they got like 2 separate offices now, or if it's just, I don't know, maybe he lives here. I don't know. But I open it up this way because I know if I open it up straight up, it's going to cover the face cam. But here is my callus piece. When I was asking Carlos, I was like, Carlos, can you make me something? He's like, what do you want? I'm like, good question. And I was like, how about we take his season 1 doucheness and we transition it into the season 3 finale. I was like, how's that sound? And I found like 2 really crappy quality screenshots, and I put them in Paint, and like the 2 pictures weren't the same size, so I had to like stretch the one, and then I put it together, and I was like, what do you think? And he's like, sounds cool. But it turned out excellent. I didn't even think about doing, you know, of course, the Imperial logo, the Rebellion, the fulcrum symbol. That was Carlos was like, hey, what if I did this? How's that sound? I'm like, yes, that sounds excellent. This is absolutely amazing. I literally feel like I'm looking at a Rebels screenshot right now. Like, this is insane. Let's get that. Oop. Why did it, I smacked the camera and it unzoomed. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Look at it! Alright. That's the wrong way, but I like it anyways. Yeah, so I don't think I'll do another video for this one. Like I said, I just wanted to flex on you guys with my new art and show you guys what I got going in the send-in. Because I know not everyone follows me on Instagram. I, you know, do whatever you like. But I figured not everyone has seen these pieces. I, of course, want to show off Carlos. Always show off Carlos. Why wouldn't you show off Carlos? And just let you guys know what's going on with me. And like I said, mainly to hold myself accountable, make sure I do everything properly. So I will, of course, be taking care of the rest off camera because that involves my personal information. But I think everything's good to go. And if you guys are like, Allie, that sounds like a horrible idea, you should have them sign elsewhere, let me know. I don't think I'm going to change it, but if you guys spot anything like egregious, be like, Allie, what are you doing? Let me know. I did check with a couple people. I checked with Carlos. I was like, Carlos, what's your idea for where I should get it signed? I also checked with Mr. Seafood Man, Arnie, and then also Jeff from Hawaii, and we all came to the same conclusion. Because I initially, when I did my little mock-up picture for Carlos, I wanted Natalie to sign up there, and then I wanted Hayden to sign there, and then it showed up, and I was like, I don't want it in the picture anymore. So then I was like, I thought about it in my head. I didn't say my idea, so I didn't like influence anybody. But everyone came to the same conclusion. Hayden here, Natalie here, and Black right under. So I was like, all right, if everyone thinks the same thing, that's probably got to be the correct answer. Not that there's a correct answer for this kind of stuff, but I'm just very excited. I'm just very excited about this very incredible opportunity to get actual real Natalie Portman Star Wars autographs. There is, of course, a lot on eBay, but if it's $25, it's not real. The last, prior to the signing announcement, the last Beckett's authenticated actual Natalie Portman signed Star Wars item, like real, like actual, the certificate checked out. I remember seeing a couple on eBay that had Beckett certificates, but turns out those were a little funky. That was about $2.5 grand. So yes, it is an expensive signing, but cheaper than if you had to fight for something on eBay that may or may not even be real. So this is definitely very exciting. I'm very ready for this to come back. And then I'll have to spend more money on framing, which I'm like, I don't know if you guys remember, very, very early on in the channel, I did have my Lightning Stanley Cup win merch unboxing video, and I showed off that Dan Peaton's art piece. I still haven't gotten that framed yet, because I'm cheap and I'm lazy. It's actually still sitting over there in the corner, of course, and it's in its original packaging. Safe. This is an art video. I'm going to take it out. Because like I said, this was a long time ago. So I'm going to share it with you all again. My Tampa Bay Lightning goalie's here. I still haven't gotten this framed yet. I just don't want to spend several $100s on frames. That just seems like such a waste. But also I need it because you don't get the right kind of glass, the stuff will fade. You don't have the right kind of paper, the acid will eat it. You know what I mean? This is a whole new world that I've never dealt with. Like, I just want to throw things in, like, magnetics. Like, half of me wants to go back to cards. And then the rest of me is like, but I've ascended to the next level. I'm a mess. Link to my Patreon in the description down below if you want to help me pay for framing. Just kidding, but not really. Anyways. This thing is so cool. I mean, everything is so cool, but look at this. I feel like some of you guys might have missed this. Might have missed this video. Anyways. I'm drowning in art. And this month's paychecks have to go to framing, mostly. Well, not this month's, because it'll be, you know, this stuff's not immediate. I got some more time. Alright, but that'll do it here. I figured, like, literally all I gotta do is write some arrows and throw some sticky notes on here. I thought this video was gonna be like 5 minutes, but we're going on like 23 here. So let me go ahead and wrap it up. I was actually, honestly, I'm sure you guys, or some of you noticed. I feel like Steven let me know. Both Stevens, let me know in the comments if you noticed when I was debating. You could see, I feel like you could see the little Windows spin thing on my head when I messed up saying pieces. I was like, I should just start the video over. And I was like, nah, too lazy. But I will actually be coming in. So I'm filming this Wednesday night. I'll be coming in on Thursday morning to record the Alley Plays, sort of like I did last week. It just came in early in the morning and just uploaded it, which is why it's also nice that it's going up at a later time of the day. Bamboozling you guys. Beneficial for me multiple ways. You guys still get your video on time. And I also don't have to rush making that Alley Plays. So make sure to join that. I believe we will actually be slaying the Full Spire for the first time since the start of that segment. I know how to play the robot deck. And this is going to get screen grabbed and turned into a meme if I absolutely obliterate myself 5 minutes into that video. Because, you know, it is possible I could just lose right out the gate. Not likely, but possible. But anyways, that'll do it here for this episode of not Alley Chat, not Alley Plays. I don't know what this is. I gave it its own kind of unique thumbnail because I don't even know what playlist to put this in. Alley's Acquisitions? I have no clue. But thank you so much, Carlos, for working with me. Carlos is always super busy. And I still, like, harass him and be like, hey, I had this new idea. What do you think? I literally, hold on, I have a sticky note open with all the different things. So I have a sticky note here with all the stuff that I've bothered Carlos about, and he's agreed to reluctantly or non-reluctantly. I don't actually know. But there's 13 different items. Like, different types of things. One of them is a 4x puzzle. One of them is just a 3-piece lot from the same set. And then this actually one I added, I somehow forgot about from the list from last time I talked to Carlos, is my 5 shiny 5x7s. So even though it says 13, there's actually 3 to 5 plus 4, 9. There's actually, what, 21 things here. And that's taking off these two. Congrats, Carlos. My list is never ending. You can never get rid of me. Times like this, I wish I had the Stream Deck set up so I could zoom in somehow. But anyways, that'll do it for this video here on Allie's Treasure Trove. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bit of a different thing than normal. But I had a lot of fun, so I hope you guys liked it too. If you did, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button. Comments for me, leave those down below. And if not yet part of the Allie's Treasure Trove family, we'd love to have you with us. Make sure you go on ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, before I get on out of here, do have to give a big shout out to all of my patrons over on Patreon. Really couldn't make as cool content unboxings and all different kinds of things over here without you guys. Really appreciate your above and beyond support. Really does mean a lot to me. Do have 4 Ultimate Excavators, Dustin Archuleta, Jack Perez, Keith Muta, and Stephen Olivo, Gemstone Miner Andon, and now 2 Crystal Collectors, Daryl Wise and Stephen Bly. So we got both Stevens in there, Ultimate Excavator Stephen and Crystal Collector Stephen. Which Stephen... I noticed Steven chose the Crystal Collectors. I don't know if it charges shipping or if I'd have to eat it if I had to ship it to the United Kingdom for the higher tier benefits. I'm sure I'll figure out one way or another at some point. But thank you so much to all my patrons. Really do appreciate you guys. A little sneak peek into next week. We don't have an Alley chat this week. We will have one though, not this Sunday, the Sunday after, based on our schedule. And also... I honestly don't remember what they look like because it's been a little bit of time, but I did receive some sort of company. I don't know if it's Cospa. I don't know if it's like Mega House or like Kotobuki or something. But I have a new set of Yu-Gi-Oh! Keychains that arrived in the mail. One of my MME pre-orders I made a couple months ago when I went ahead and threw on the Stardust Dragon figure and the Red Eyes Black Dragon. I also found some really cute keychains. So those did come in. So I'll be relearning what they look like and reacting to them, unboxing them for you guys on Monday. Or not Monday. Well, I'm going to do it on Monday. You guys will see that video on Tuesday. And then probably more Alley plays next Thursday. And like I said, Alley chat that Sunday. But that is it for me here in this video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Let me know your thoughts on my new art pieces and the older one that is not yet framed in the comment section down below. I always love reading your guys' comments. But anyways, that'll do it here on this episode. Can't wait to figure out what is my outro. Why am I struggling? I'm struggling. Can't wait to unearth some more treasures with you guys next time on Allie's Treasure Trove. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. I'm so hungry. Maybe that's what it is. I think I just have no energy after this day. I'm counting calories again. I've lost a pound. Now I can go eat though. Yay!